Well, and two people are facing charges after a police chase in Ozark County last month. Kelsey Giltner and Jacob Anderson are facing several charges, including resisting arrest, littering, and possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. On September 3rd, deputies with the Ozark County Sheriff's Office were checking on a car that was parked on private property. When they approached, the car sped off. Several items were thrown out of the car during the pursuit. Those items were later determined to be bags containing meth. After nearly driving into Norfolk Lake, the car got stuck in the mud and the deputies were able to arrest the pair. Giltner is facing an additional charge after she attempted to give another inmate meth while in jail.